Adverbs by Pip Noble. Dedicated to all the future adults out there, you know who you are. An adverb is a word that describes a verb, which is an action word. An adverb also usually ends in ly. Snot said, "Look at that huge earthling cow. I've been sneakily watching him chewing the grass. He does it ever so slowly. Hey, look, Rad, the human is gracefully patting the cow's nose. You know, you dance really energetically. Look at our spaceship, waiting ever so patiently. Ha ha ha." Rad said, "Did you know both those earthling mammals breathe really quietly, unlike us Snot?" An adverb is a word that describes a verb, which is an action word. An adverb also usually ends in ly. Snot said, "That earthling mammal is quietly focusing on a black object in its hand. It is also daintily pressing buttons on that black thing. It must be a communicator to communicate with other earthling mammals." Rad said, "Oh my goodness! Look at that earthling mammal! It is wearing ever so strategically a cover over its mouth. Ah, yes, Snot. That's when COVID spread quickly throughout planet Earth. I did actually hear a lot of those earthling mammals loudly protesting about not having to wear a mouth cover. They were rudely interrupting my sleep, Snot. The year 2019 was when the pandemic abruptly began to spread. I think those earth mammals were secretly thinking bad thoughts about the COVID illness." An adverb is a word that describes a verb, which is an action word. An adverb also usually ends in ly. Snot said, "Hey, Rad, look at those earth mammals silently focusing and weirdly staring downwards. There's an earth mammal elegantly pouring blue stuff into that object." Rad said, "Well, Snot, they're no doubt secretly thinking they were dancing with amazingly awesome moves like me, yeah." An adverb is a word that describes a verb, which is an action word. An adverb also usually ends in ly. Rad said, "Hey, Snotty, I'm dancing wildly and crazily in this big round thing. My talking is incredibly loud too. Yeah, yeah, boom." Snot said, "Well, Rad, that earth mammal over there is attentively investigating the inside of the round thing we're in. That mammal with the fur on its face is proudly thinking that it's done a great job making this contraption we're in." An adverb is a word that describes a verb, which is an action word. An adverb also usually ends in ly. The other monster said, "Hey, Rad, did you know earth mammals nicely hold hands with each other to offer comfort and support. Rad said, "It's you, Eagle. Where's Snot? He was supposed to be actively doing this mission on Earth with me. However, I'm sure it will still go surprisingly well with you. Behave, Eagle. Thanks for bravely stepping in. Yes, Eagle. Sometimes Earth mammals get incredibly and heartbreakingly sad. Holding hands is extremely soothing." An adverb is a word that describes a verb, which is an action word. An adverb also usually ends in ly. Eagle said, "Hey, Rad, this is a stopwatch, which is like a clock that amazingly tells Earth mammals the time. This stopwatch, though, has numbers from 0 to 60 instead of 1 to 12. We don't have clocks to amazingly tell us the time." Rad said, "Eagle, now eagerly listen to me. Did you know in between each number 5 minutes go by? Sometimes it seems incredibly slow and sometimes it seems incredibly fast. It really depends on what you're doing. So if you count up every 5 minutes, you will come to 60 minutes. Yay! I miraculously know that 60 minutes is 1 hour in Earth mammal time. Yeah, 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 boomba, boomba, boomba. I could be an Earth mammal one day. An adverb is a word that describes a verb, which is an action word. An adverb also usually ends in ly. Eagle said, "Hey, Rad, my back is incredibly, super extraordinarily itchy. Can you come and scratch it? I think some bug has been eagerly munching on my back." Rad said, "Eagle, you scratch it. I am curiously, whilst dancing of course, watching those Earth mammals with that bright thing. I think they have secretly found treasure. What do you think it is?" An adverb is a word that describes a verb, which is an action word. An adverb also usually ends in ly. Igor said, "Rad, look at me, remarkably balancing on this wheel." Rad said, "Watch out though, you might surprisingly fall off." The lady thought, "Look at those autumn leaves gracefully falling outside my window. It reminds me of proudly riding my horse on my birthday in autumn. My life was incredibly awesome. I had such a bad accident, though, that day when I was wildly thrown off my horse. I'm not unhappy, though. I'm secretly happy still. I am having a fulfilling life with all my family and friends." An adverb is a word that describes a verb, which is an action word. An adverb also usually ends in ly. Igor said, "Hey, Rad, that Earth mammal is firmly and steadily holding something that makes things up here bigger. I might put it on my muscles so they look extraordinarily bigger. Yep, that's what I'll do." Rad said, "Yeah, Eagle, you can see magnificently and brilliantly through that magnifying glass. I think you would totally scare me though if I looked at you through it. Just don't pick your nose or do a scary face.
An adverb is a word that describes a verb, which is an action word. An adverb also usually ends in ly. Snot said,
Here I am, Rad. Where are you? I'm looking persistently hard through this fog. I am actually incredibly hungry. Can we go home now?
Rad said,
Finally, Snot! You amazingly came back for the last mission. My dancing will slowly shift this fog. Do you think the earth mammals can find any more adverbs for this page? Yes, I'm incredibly hungry too. Let's go and get an alien burger.
the end, finished, goodbye.